In your opinion, what happened out there? I mean, Loyola just kind of got away from you, Cindy.
Yeah, they did. It was little, again, and it was just little things, whether we started to play tight, they got off on a real red hot start, and then we responded. And then from there, there was, I thought we had some decent defensive stops, and then, uncharacteristically, we're turning the ball over in critical situations. And, there's really no excuse for that for Navy women's lacrosse. And, we'll just use this as an opportunity to grow and get better. Even with the score doesn't reflect who we are as a team. Obviously it could have been closer, and maybe we never felt we could not have a shot at winning, but our goal, again, to be out here, a month ago, we never thought this could happen, and we rescheduled it because we want to play good teams. And, Loyola has defined themselves by, having some of the best players in the conference, two are the preseason all conference players. And, we're going to learn from it. I think the players are, at the end of this game, our one theme was we got to get back to playing as a family. When things got tough, we might have, the body language wasn't there for us. And, those are things that are high priority for Navy women's lacrosse, is to stand tall. So this one game doesn't define who we are as a team. A really tough loss here at home, but a wonderful opportunity for us to grow, as a program, and to get better, when we step out, to learn from this. And when we step out on the field, we have to tweak some things at practice and things, but we have great leadership. It probably wasn't that reflective at times in the game with some bad turnovers. And, like I said, there's zero excuses here at the Naval Academy.
It was 4-4, and then you went about 34 minutes, I believe, without a goal.
Yeah.
During that drought, they scored 8 goals, and that's when they got away.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what do you blame that lengthy drought on?
This is the one sport where, like in football, the other team scores, so you kick it, that team kicks it to you. And in soccer, you get the pass back. And in basketball, the other team inbounds the ball. Lacrosse can be ultimately a game of make it, take it, with the draw. We know that number 4 is great at the draw, and their 2 wing players are really solid. It's their 3 main players. And we struggled with that. We early on when we were up a few goals. We came back, made some adjustments. We did well. And, again, just some miscues, getting to the ball first, but maybe bobbling it. Those are things, maybe they were just playing tight, an 8-goal run. Yeah. I feel like it's the Northwestern Maryland game this past weekend. They got a nice flow going. They just had an extra, kind of hop in their step when they had the ball. But again, it's hard, it's hard to explain that gap in not scoring. We literally had what you may call in basketball a layup or a dunk, and kind of missed. So, we just need to find a way in those situations to have that more of that poise and confidence. And we had time. You get the ball inside, you have time to make the shot. But it might have been a lot of defensive pressure that got in our head or something. Again, in a game like this, there's no excuses, because you have to credit the way Loyola came, stepped on the field, was ready to play, very organized, a huge veteran returning, offense, some of their key offensive players that rely on their scoring piece, are there. And, we'll just have to grow together and learn from that. Win some more draws and score some more goals, and come up with a few more defensive stops,
Loyola's won 6 in a row and has been playing very regularly throughout the month, whereas you had that long layoff. Do you feel like this was bad timing for Navy women's lacrosse to play this big game? I look forward to getting them again on April 24th.
Yeah, I mean, a lot can happen between now and April 24th. We need to stay healthy. One of our Marina was a little off with her. She had a little injury she had from Army, and that again, we felt mentally prepared and ready to play. I thought we responded to the onslaught early on. And then we just, like you said, we had this huge gap of miscues. And organizationally, we need to be on the same page. And, coaches, after the game, we put this loss on us as coaches. The gap, the gap is it was difficult in many ways. But, in the middle of your like regular season play, and yet we didn't want to reschedule or, wait. We've waited, our very first game of the season, we waited 330 days to play. So we want to win. We want to do well. I think if we play tougher and play together as a family and execute the way we're capable of, then the scoreboard should be reflective of how connected we are as a team. That we failed, we just didn't pass the test today.
Go ahead, Phil.
Coach, Jo Torres seemed to settle in the second half. What do you see from her in her first career start?
Yeah, nerves, hindsight, she came off a brilliant. First of all, we have three brilliant goalies. Joe's a big part, Abigail and Annie Maloney. We made a decision. She was hot coming in from the Army game. I think our defense was giving up some doorstep, kind of right on the doorstep type shots, and kind of bailing, or just kind of got on the defense a little bit for that. But she struggled early. Lefties, 24 is a pure finisher, 7's a great finisher. They've had some solid finishers back. If you look at their career stats, they're seniors now. For Loyola, just we got to work on that. She needs she would just need some more takes, and defensively, settle in a little bit sooner, and that could have made a big difference today. It felt like we were crashing better. We had miscues on their stacks. It's just something we practiced, but not enough to be that effective. They're very deceptive when Loyola runs their stacks in the middle. Somebody just miscued every time and they got free. So I'm happy for Jo. I think she is, a great goalie, and, we'll work on all of them. All of them will be ready. And but Jo, although early on, didn't come up with some saves. I thought she had a couple of big saves, particularly, Rosenwig in the second half, a couple of them that helped to ignite the team. We probably running to the box too much. Got to get players out. They looked a little gassed at times. We just got to get those lungs back full field. 100, the field is 100 yards apart, but 120 from each end. So we got to kind of get our soccer legs back for lacrosse.